So today's video is gonna be the same thing where I will choose random numbers for all the steps of the makeup. And first, I'm gonna start with skincare as always. I'm gonna start with this toner that I got in the Kinder Beauty box. It's like a mist toner, chamomile and rose. And then I'm gonna go in with vitamin C eye serum that I also got in the, that's backwards, but I also got this in the Kinder Beauty box. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Fit Glow Beauty Redness Cream. And after that, I'm gonna do another cream because this one feels a little bit, it's supposed to, I guess, cancel redness. I don't know if it works well or if it'll work over time. So I'm gonna try to use it every day until it's out and see if it actually changes anything. And this cream actually feels kind of dry. Like, it's, I don't know, it's really weird, but I'm gonna go in with my favorite Sailor moisturizer. It's a very like lightweight, hydrating. It feels very, very good. I'm out, so I just use the straw from the pump to get the rest out. All of this stuff sets super fast, so everything is literally already basically dry. So next, I'm gonna go in with foundation, and today I'm gonna compare my favorite BB cream which is the Purito BB cream, and I'm gonna compare that with let's see, I think either RareBeauty or the Tarte Hydro C Flex, or what is it, just Hydro Flex C. I will generate a random number to see which one I should do today. A RareBeauty is gonna be number 1 and Hydro Flex is gonna be number 2. RareBeauty it is. Okay. RareBeauty is $29 and the BB cream is $10. So I just want to see which one's better, which one lasts longer, which one doesn't crease. This has a very interesting smell. It's not perfumey or awful or anything, but, and I took a lot of product off of the wand, but it's very, very lightweight. And I always go in with a sponge. Overall, it obviously, like, you know, corrected. Up close, there's definitely some more redness in the front, or I mean in the center of the face. I think I'll go with maybe a little bit more. Just a tiny bit here. And I'll put concealer, well, just a little bit. And then on the other side, I'll go in with the BB cream. I feel like my mind is not really blown with the RareBeauty, so might not be worth it, but just have to see how it wears and if it cleans to dry patches. This shade is a little different, but this is their lightest shade. This is in 13 Neutral Ivory, and the one in Rare is 110N. I think it's like the one, probably this one of the 2 lightest shades. Once everything is blended out, these shades don't look bad together. Okay, you can see in there, that is so bad. This is the BB cream, and it might be kind of hard to tell on video, but the RareBeauty side is a little bit dry, and like it's not perfect. I don't know if I'll ever find a perfect foundation, but it is definitely not perfect. Also, I'm just super picky about foundations. Like, I want them to be skin-like. I don't want them to look like I have a cakey mask on or cling on to dry patches or anything. So these might not be bad, but it's just really hard for me to say that something is like really good. But between the BB cream, the Rare Beauty, and the C Hydroflex from Tarte, I think the C Hydroflex is my favorite. I'll need to do a test one more time. That one versus the Rare Beauty and that one versus the BB cream. Just to like make sure, because that one is the most expensive of them all. And but like, again, they don't look super awful. It's just like on the Rare Beauty side, I can see it's almost like the pigment separated from whatever is like your skin absorbed, and I can like see that really up close. Like, I'm sure far it looks fine, but anyway, so next I'm gonna go in with a little bit of concealer. My usuals. I only have 2 concealers that I use. Saint on the lid. This is in shade Alabaster. And Cover FX under the eye, which I don't think I need a whole lot under there today because I had some foundation, like I put a good amount of foundation under there, but just a tiny bit for some of that, those dark circles. Also, I feel like I've had days where both of these foundations have looked better, so maybe it's not really the foundation's fault, it's just like a bad day for me. Maybe my sponge wasn't wet enough, maybe like skincare was different. Not really, but a little bit, so just have to try them again. I forgot to go in with primer. I tried a primer yesterday that I've been using up a sample of, and I didn't notice a difference, but I just wanted to use it up. But for setting powder, I'm going to use the 100% Pure Bamboo Blur one, mostly just to take some shine down. I love this powder because you can see it took some shine down, but not everything, and it doesn't really mattify. And I only buy this powder when 100% Pure does like 50% off sales, because they do, and you can get this for 20 instead of 40, so why not? Okay, and then for bronzer, I'm really excited to see which one it's gonna be. I have a little bit of some Cover FX, some Flower Beauty, some Han, some Honest, and Mineral Fusion. So we shall see what it will be for today. Number 6 is the Flower Beauty. This one, I actually really like this one. This is the one in Heat Wave, I think is the actual name, and it's like a red kind of, but for me it looks really good to just kind of put all over as a blush and bronzer. But then when you kind of, it has like a brown underneath if I like swatch it, and it's got some glow to it. I really like this one. Once I finish everything, I'll pat it out with the sponge again so it will look great. And then for the blush, we have number 4, which is the Ilia one. That one's actually been coming up quite a bit in my random numbers. And this is the like multi-stick in the shade Dreamer. Oops, I did the wrong hand. It's like a really pretty, I don't know, like almost goes like brown orange, but it looks good. So I always take this one on a brush. I never go in on my face because I feel like that's just gonna ruin everything underneath. Tap it out on my hand as always. I feel like this actually looks really similar to the bronzer. My favorite part and why I love doing this like random makeup generation system is because I love like for the shadows, because I don't have a lot. I only have like 4 palettes and one of them is really small, but still I don't really like have any inspiration or know what look to do. So I also have a lot of like liquid and stick shadows and stuff like that. So yeah, it's fun for me to like, what color are we working with today? Sometimes I go off of the first one that the random generator gives me. Sometimes I will generate 4 different ones and see like which one to go with, but I think today we'll go with the first option of just like generating the first one and seeing what it is and working from there. So with all of my pans and liquids and sticks and creams and all of that, I have 99. That's the first one, 96, which is actually, I also included bronzers in my shadow shades because they can totally be used as an eyeshadow. So for the first one, 96 is the Honest Bronzer, which is very similar to the bronzer that I used. It's like it has red tones in it. Actually, let me put it next to the other bronzer. Yeah, it's like super, super similar. So I guess I'll use that as the first, probably like shadow in the crease, and then go from there. And I'm using the domed shadow brush from Real Techniques. These are the only shadow brushes I've had. Like, I have a Real Techniques set, and I've had these brushes like their basic concealer brush, base shadow, the domed one, and the deluxe crease brush. I've had these, I think, since like 2018, and they're the only ones I've had. I've been wanting to get some more, but because if I ever use glitter, there's always glitter in there, and I would like to have like some backup ones. So maybe if I end up taking the RareBeauty foundation back, then I could use the February budget for some new brushes. If you didn't see the very first video I made, it was talking about the budgets for the makeup. And basically, I set myself a $25 budget for makeup for each month, because realistically, I know I don't need any more makeup, but I do love trying new things and just like having new makeup. So in January, I spent my budget on a Kinder Beauty box that I unboxed in a video. And then in February, I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. So either I'm going to keep the RareBeauty foundation, I skipped the Kinder Beauty box for February, or I'll go with new eyeshadow brushes. I've really been wanting some. So go in with the Honest Beauty bronzer in the lid, or crease, I mean. And I'm going to go in lightly because I want to see what other shadows come up in the random generator, so I can kind of layer different ones and get use out of more shades, and not just have to use one. Sometimes I use one if I'm going for a really simple look. Today I'm feeling a little more adventurous, I guess. For the second shade, number 48. We have the shade Mouse in the Pacifica palette. So the Pacifica palette, they're all named by like animals. And the shade Mouse, oh, that's another brown one. I'll use a little bit of it. I'll put that next to, I keep getting the wrong hand. I'll put that next to the, oh gosh. This palette is really pigmented. I accidentally touched those other two colors and they're already on my hand. But I want to put this brown mouse color next to the Honest one that I used. It's quite a bit darker, but it's very, I used it as a crease shade before and it's very like, I could definitely use it to build up some depth in the crease. I'll use a much smaller brush for that. I'll use this one, the base shadow brush. It's smaller than the, just by a little bit. It's less wide. And I'm gonna do like a tiny bit. I'm gonna first press it on so I could kind of split and then I'll go from there. And I go back and forth to make sure I'm getting all the product evenly on the two lids and not like more on one and then having to tap in for more, because I don't want to overdo it and then with the next color that it randomizes, I'm gonna go until I get a light one. Because to finish off this look, we need something a little bit, maybe like some kind of lid topper or just something light. Okay. 88. Oh, perfect. 88 is the e.l.f. Moon Cream Shadow, which is Moon. Moon is my favorite one. It's this little cream shadow, very, very similar to their, I think this one's called Copper or Comet, but you can still see the slight difference. This one is more like neutral pinky, and then this one's more copper orange. Okay, I'm gonna use very little. Ah, so pretty. I realized doing this with my finger probably takes literally most of it off. Yeah, all it left is like a little shine and some sparkles. So let me put a little bit more on, and this time I'll tap it on with a brush just at the very, very base. I want to actually be able to see some of the pink. And I'll use the concealer brush because I feel like it's like a good flat, just to press it down and blend it out.
This is pokey.
I'm gonna do a little bit more on this side. I feel like I got more on the other side. Also, every time I've done one of these like random generated eye looks, so far I've not had a single bad one. And maybe that's just because eyeshadow is so versatile like that, or I've just had really good luck. I honestly wish it looked better, like the shades were more distinguishable, but live and learn. Okay, and then finally I'm gonna go with eyeliner and mascara. Maybe put something on the lips, and that's it. For liner today, I'm gonna go in with my Bite Beauty or Pixie. Let's see. I'll go in with the Pixie one. Just pencil. Actually, a brown one would have been cool for this look, but too late. Now for mascara, I think I'm gonna go in with the new one I got from the new one I got from the Kinder Beauty box and RareBeauty. The one I got from the Kinder Beauty box is the best little mascara ever. And it's got a really interesting curved wand. And then RareBeauty is just one of my favorites. I like both of these because they're not, the formulas are really right in between wet and dry. They're not too wet, they're not too dry. They hold a curl, wash off really well. You know, just all the good qualities of a mascara. I think that is such a nice combo. I love the RareBeauty one because I feel like it could literally save any mascara I screw up. Like I've combined the RareBeauty one with several mascaras. I have a habit of like trying to make it look so perfect that I overdo it and then I mess everything up. So I'm just gonna leave it right there. Do the other eye. Now I'm not gonna do anything to my brows today. I don't normally, but sometimes I feel like using up my only brow pencil. Clean up my lids, put something on my lips, and that is it. All right, so this is the final look. Oh, I still need to clean off my lids, but I always get so much more mascara on my lids on the left eye. I don't know why. But for the lippy, the last thing we're gonna do is let's see, number 5 is the Hauschka number 16. Let's see if it's the one that will be good for today. Okay, so the number 16 from Dr. Hauschka doesn't really go with today's look, but I'll put it on just so you can see. I only have 2 from Dr. Hauschka. This is number 16, this is number 13. The 13 one is such a perfect nude. If I could keep one lippy out of all, I only have 30, but out of the 30, I would 100% keep this one. It's just so perfect nude, it's really comfortable in the lips. But for today, I got this one around fall because I wanted to go for like an orange brown look. I guess this one kind of goes with the blush and bronzer look today. It's a really pretty color for fall time. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one.